Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Nura Fatma and today we will learn further about the projectile motion. In this lecture we will cover equations of motion in projectile motion, time of flight of a projectile and maximum height of a projectile. When we launch a projectile, it makes an angle theta with the horizontal x-axis. The projectile follows a two-dimensional motion. Hence, the velocity of the projectile has two components. One is the horizontal and the other one is the vertical. If we say that the initial velocity of the projectile is v0 vector, then the x component of the velocity is v0 x vector, while the vertical component of velocity is v0 y vector. The gravitational acceleration acts in the downward direction, and because of this, the vertical component of velocity of the projectile decreases as the projectile moves upward, while the horizontal component of velocity remains constant throughout the projectile motion because there is no acceleration which is acting in the horizontal x direction. Air resistance also affects the motion of the projectile such that it follows the curved path. Now, as the vertical component of velocity starts decreasing because of the vertical downward gravitational acceleration, at the highest point of the projectile with respect to the ground or with respect to the horizontal x-axis, and that highest point is indicated by the height h, the vertical component of velocity becomes equal to 0, while at that point the horizontal component of velocity is equal to the initial horizontal component of velocity v0x, because the horizontal component of velocity remains constant throughout the projectile motion. After that, the projectile starts moving in the downward direction and the vertical component of velocity now starts increasing because it is in the same direction as of the gravitational acceleration, vertical downward direction. When the projectile landed, then the horizontal component of velocity is equal to the initial horizontal component of velocity, and the vertical component of velocity is equal to the initial vertical component of velocity, except that the direction of vertical component of velocity is now reversed. The distance between the launching and landing point, or the total horizontal distance which is covered by a projectile, that is known as the range r. The time which is required by a projectile from the point at which it is launched to the point at which it reaches its highest point is known as the time of flight, while the time which is required by a projectile to cover its range is known as the total time of flight. Hello, Assalamualaikum everyone. Today we are going to learn further about the projectile motion, and we will derive the mathematical expressions for moving further about the projectile motion. We are defining the projectile motion as any object that is given an initial velocity and which subsequently follows a path determined by the gravitational force acting on it and by the frictional resistance of the atmosphere is called a projectile. These three familiar equations of motion that we are going to use in order to derive the mathematical expressions for the projectile motion. Vf is equals to Vi plus Avt is the first equation of motion. S is equals to Vit plus half At square is the second equation of motion. 2s is equals to Vf square minus Vi square, and that is the third equation of motion. We divide the motion of the projectile into the horizontal motion and the vertical motion. First, we compare the accelerations. There is no acceleration in the horizontal direction, so Ax is equal to 0, while the acceleration in the vertical direction is equal to minus g. The velocity. The horizontal component of velocity is equal to the initial horizontal component of velocity v0x. Similarly, in the vertical motion, as the vertical component of velocity is affected by g, so that is defined by the first equation of motion. Vf is replaced by Vy is equal to Vi, which is replaced by V0y minus Gt. Acceleration in the first equation of motion is replaced by minus g. So Vy is equal to V0y minus Gt is the expression for the velocity of the projectile in the vertical direction. The horizontal distance which is covered by the projectile is equal to x is equal to V0xt. We are using this expression because for the constant velocity we use the expression s is equal to Vt. For the vertical motion we are using the second equation of motion. In the second equation of motion, s is replaced by y, Vi is replaced by V0y, and acceleration is replaced by minus g. Now time of flight. As we already done that the time taken by a projectile to reach maximum height is known as the time of flight of a projectile. In order to derive the expression, we are using the first equation of motion. Vf is equal to Vi plus At, which is replaced by Vy is equal to V0y minus Gt, as we learned earlier. At maximum height, the vertical component of velocity becomes equals to 0, so I put Vy is equals to 0 in the above equation. We have V0y minus Gt is equals to 0. So Gd is then equal to V0y and time is equal to V0y divided by g. Now by using the rectangular components method that we already learned in the chapter 2, V0y is replaced by V0 sine theta. That is the vertical component of velocity. So time of flight is equal to V0 sine theta divided by g. But the time required by a projectile to cover its total range is twice the time of flight, or you can say that it is twice the time that is required by a projectile to reach its maximum height, and that is equal to 2 V0 sine theta upon g. A projectile reaches its maximum height when the vertical component of velocity of the projectile becomes equal to 0. We are using the second equation of motion in order to find out the maximum height of the projectile. The second equation of motion is s is equal to Vit plus half Ad square. S is replaced by h to represent the height. Vi is replaced by V0y because we are talking about the vertical direction. T is replaced by capital time T, the time of flight. Acceleration is replaced by minus g. So the equation becomes h is equal to V0yt minus half Gt square. Replacing the time t with the time required by the projectile to reach its maximum height, which is V0y divided by g, and following the simple mathematical steps, we get the equation. We get the expression for the maximum height of the projectile, which is V0 square sine square theta upon 2g. All steps are mentioned and you can recalculate them and rederive them. So in this lecture we have learned that what are the equations of motion through which we can describe projectile motion, and we derived two important features of projectile motion: the time of flight and the maximum height of a projectile. In the next lecture we will cover the range of the projectile, the speed of the projectile, and the trajectory of a projectile. Thank you. In the end, I would like to share the quote from our beloved Prophet Hazrat Muhammad peace be upon him, who said, "No two things have been combined together better than knowledge and patience." Thank you and Allah Hafiz.